Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. So just making another milestone video. So today we officially passed 1900 subs, right? Right now 1904, and we're going to reach the 2000 sub mark soon. And so if you don't know anything about this channel, I actually started this channel about last August 2023. And um, I was actually just trying to help people that I knew, Korean people, and I'm Korean too, to learn about real estate investing. And I thought, I feel like I'm making history because I'm teaching things that most Korean people don't know, like velocity banking. And I might as well call this Korean Atlanta Mentorship, which I did. And to be honest, I was just really curious, like, who would actually watch a channel called Korean Atlanta Mentorship? And they're not Korean. They're not from Atlanta. I'm just very curious. And it turns out there's a lot of you who are watching this channel because last 28 days we got 16,000 views, 1,700 hours watched, and we made about $218. In fact, let's go ahead and go into the analytics. So I always love to show the analytics here, and then we could kind of get a view. Yes, $218 a month. And if we go in here, we can see that this channel has made uh, almost about, well, is surpassed about $1,100, right? Almost at the 1,200 mark. And we got a lot of watch hours. 18,000 watch hours is insane. And I don't know what's going to happen with this channel, to be honest, because if you take a look here, these are the number of subs, or actually number of views. Started in about, I think, was it July? Sometime in July? I don't remember, or maybe June. And then got zero views, zero views. You got a view here or there. And then bam, one video just catapulted me. And then I never got the same amount of traction. So it just kind of stabled off. But I'm wondering if there's ever going to be a spike like this here, right here. But it seems like we're having stable growth, which is, I'm happy with that, right? And so it's really exciting time because we're already at 2,000 subs, and I'm pretty sure, and I just can't know when, right? It's kind of like real estate, where you ever seen an area where like, oh my goodness, why is this so cheap? This is so good. It's like in a good area, nice home. And this is what I literally thought about Atlanta when I first came here, where it's like, why are these homes $200,000 when in California they're like 700 or $800,000, right? And then like a couple years later, they're like $800,000 homes. You ever have like an experience like that? This is especially true here in the Atlanta area, and I feel like that's going to happen with this channel, right? Where like, you know, people will come on these calls, and if you've been on a call with me, I actually say, hey, we have educational packages that we sell for about 2 grand, like base minimum, right? And then we have other packages, and I'm going to just quickly tell you what the other packages cost, about like 20 grand, right? More or less. And so I think what's going to happen, and this is what I've heard of from other people and other marketers, is that um, they're easily able to sell like 20, 40 grand packages. And I don't do coaching necessarily. I sell educational packages, right? But other people doing like coaching at that level, like group mastermind coaching. And so I'm thinking this is going to happen one day. I just do not know when, but it's going to be similar to that area of real estate that's for $200,000, and you're thinking, why is it so cheap? And then you don't like, you just kind of pass on the opportunity, and then like a couple of years later, it's like, hey, 800,000. I feel like that's going to happen, but maybe I'm delusional, right? But here's the thing: I always love celebrating with you every single milestone that we have. In fact, the time that I was most excited was when I went when this channel went from like 0 subs to 20. Like I remember I made a video where it was like, oh, 20 sub celebration, right? Or 50 sub celebration. I'm so excited because I literally thought nobody would watch a channel called Crane Atlanta Mentorship. And that's what I also like too. Even if though the name is a little bit odd, I feel like people will remember it, right? People will remember it. Who's created Korean Atlanta Mentorship? Me, a guy from California, Korean guy from Southern California, who decided to come to Atlanta just because I couldn't make life work in Southern California. And here's the other thing too: if you ever been to Southern California, I have no idea how someone who grows up there can actually buy a home, right? Like December. I visited last December, and the home across my parents' street, like or 2 streets away, was sold for $1 million, 3 bed, 2 bath. I don't know, 1,300 square feet, literally $1 million. And I was like, hard work is such a scam. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I think this is why I moved out, because I think it's not that it was impossible for me, but I feel like my parents, society, was gaslighting me into believing that the scam uh, was my fault if I couldn't survive in such an environment, right? Like, you ever feel that way? I feel like anybody who lives in Southern California and who grew up there and couldn't make it, and that's like, a lot of people couldn't make it. I feel your anger, right? Because I have 2 homes right now, and to some people that's not impressive. Okay, I totally understand it, because I hang around people and I learn from people who have like 200, 300 homes. I mean, I showed you that guy Steve Nomura, if you watch any of my other videos, Japanese immigrant, came to Japan in the early 2000s with his 4 children, learned English very, very late in life, and has 50 rental properties, right? That's the type of people that I'm kind of like surrounding myself with. And, when I go back in California, you can't even get one home, right? So it's weird how, like, if I go back to California, I feel so superior. I got 2 homes. You don't even got one. Ha ha ha. Well, I don't really say that. But then I hang out with the crowd that I'm in. It's like, oh my goodness, 50 rental properties. I'm so behind. But it's all perspective, right? But again, everything, the reason I'm making this video just to show you is that, hey, you can do this too, right? What do I do? All I literally do is just record Excel spreadsheets and or I originally used Zoom and then OBS to record afterwards. But now I'm making, again, let's take a look at this, about $200 a month on YouTube. And this feels so passive. And I just love that there's an audience who just listens to whatever I say, because in real life, people just kind of ignore me. And that's probably because you're not a prophet in your hometown, right? You're not a prophet in your hometown. I don't know if you ever seen that. You ever read that? But that's ancient wisdom right there, right? I mean, I remember the first time I read that, I was like, holy S, like, this is so amazing. Like, why didn't everybody tell me that? You know what I mean? But yeah. So this is Korean Atlanta Mentorship. So if you're interested in learning about real estate investing and I don't know, financial literacy, and just hearing me talk about whatever once a week on a one-on-one Zoom call. Well, not one-on-one, on maybe a group Zoom call. Go ahead and click the Google form link below. But other than that, let's go ahead and celebrate, because I know, right? I know that this 1900 sub count is eventually going to get to 2000. Take a look at this. Today, 1904. Yesterday, 1896. Crazy, right? We're growing. We're growing. There's going to be 2000. There's going to be a point where it's going to exponentially explode. I just do not know when. I'll be curious when that happens, and we'll watch it together. Right. All right. Well, have a great day, everybody, and we will speak next time.